Welcome, fellow freaks, geeks, and nostalgic 90s nerds, to my channel, Slime and Slashers, where, yeah, we talk about everything from Nickelodeon slime to horror movie slashers, but plenty of stuff in between too, including books. And yes, it's another book-themed video, and I'm sorry to say, because I've been doing a lot of these, it's another book haul! Y'all are probably like, what the hell, all Kelsi does is hauls now. But I've got a lot of books to haul from months and months ago. These are not recent purchases, these are just books that I have to show you guys that I have not shown you yet, even though I got them a while ago. So strap in, I am going to go over the books I got with you guys, and this time it is vintage middle grade horror. So when we come back, right after the short intro, I will show you guys the awesome old school books. Welcome back, guys. All right, let's get into it. Lots of Goosebumps knockoff books. So Bone Chillers, Dead Time Stories, Shivers. So we'll get right into it. I already have some of these that I had like a year or so ago found also in Florida. So I went back to the same bookstore in Jacksonville, Florida, and found even more books in these series. So let's dig in. First up, I only found one Bone Chillers book, which was kind of surprising because I found quite a few of these last year when I went to the bookstore, but when I went a few months ago, I only found this one, and this is Attack of the Killer Ants, and this ant is having like a nice little picnic here. It looks like he's feasting on, I don't know, peanut butter, hot dogs, and of course, all the Bone Chillers have like these cool designs where it's like a rip here and there's a face with hands, and I love Bone Chillers. Very colorful. And this is book number 9. Next up, 3 Spine Tinklers. I love all of the covers for all of these Goosebump knockoff books. And again, a lot of these are from the 90s, back when Goosebumps was big, everyone trying to kind of cash in on the concept of fun, spooky middle grade series. This is Simon Says Croak. Just the covers are fantastic for sure.
Don't move or you're out of the game forever.
Then we have number 17. And of course, this series is by MT Coffin. Get it? Empty Coffin. Definitely a fun little fake name there. I love it. I love it so much.
Don't touch that dial. The Monster Channel.
And of course, we've got this monster coming out of the TV. This is number 19. Boogie's Back for Blood. This guy looks pretty creepy.
Do you believe in the boogeyman?
Super excited to have found some Dead Time Stories. Before I went to Florida, I only had 3 Dead Time Stories books, and I think 2 were gifted to me by some of my friends. So I found these 4 to add to my collection, and I'm very excited. Alright, first up we have number 1, Terror in Tiny Town. This kind of looks like a Chucky knockoff. It looks like a Chucky as a person. I don't know if it's supposed to be a toy or that's just a boy. Also, let's take a look at the wonderful book design where every book has this at the top with this awesome skeleton. Number 4, Ghost Knight, and Knight with a K because it's like a knight in shining armor type of thing.
Having a bad night? Ha ha ha.
Whatever. Ridiculous. And as you can see, the same design here, but different color. Awesome! I gave my friend Elizabeth Sagewood this one, I believe, because I found 2 copies. So check out Elizabeth's YouTube channel, by the way. Elizabeth Sagewood, that's her channel. I'll link it below. Revenge of the Goblins. Again, color scheme is different and nice. Here's what the sides look like. This is number 5. This one has a sticker and it's a little warped, but I really wanted this one. Little Magic Shop of Horrors. I wanted this one especially because, you know, the topic of it, like a magic shop. I think this is going to be a good time to read. And this says,
Buyer beware.
And look how fantastic this illustration is. Creepy looking guy who runs the store, magic wands, magic hat with bunny ears sticking out, cobwebs, just fantastic, fantastic. And this is number 6. Next, 7 Graveyard School books that I found. Before this haul, I had 3 Graveyard School books, and I've actually read one, which was a winter-themed one, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I read it back in January. Alright, so first, number 1 I was able to find, and these are the ones that some of these are not first printings. This doesn't even have raised text here, but again, I wanted it so I could start reading them in order at some point. So Graveyard School, Don't Eat, The Mystery Meat, and look at this fantastic artwork on the cover. Spaghetti with Eyeballs, gross. Tom B. Stone, wonderful name for this series in terms of the author name.
Graveyard School is in a real stew.
And what's extra fun about these Graveyard School books, at the back, there's always something where it has you fill out, like, answers. So this says lunch specials today. Fill in the blanks and create your own Graveyard School creepy lunch menu. So this one made noodle soup, bat salad with a choice of smear or poodle dressing, baked cow or deer lasagna, spaghetti with eyeballs, pizza with choice of 3 toppings, cheese, dog, or onions, rice and mice, dessert, sweet sock, flavored pudding. So I don't know, does it have a name at the front of the book? Who owned this? No, they didn't write their name, but whoever had this before me, that's their little spooky menu. So I always think that's fun. Here is number 3, The Headless Bicycle Rider.
Will the new kid at Graveyard School keep his cool or lose his head?
Number 5, Revenge of the Dinosaurs. And the consistent image on these books, we've got obviously the school and a graveyard here at the top. And it's always different colors, though, in terms of the color around the spine and the text. It's usually different colors for each book in the series. This is what the spine looks like. I love looking at the different spines. I'll show you them all together when I'm done hauling all of these. Number 10, There's a Ghost in the Boys' Bathroom. And look, there's no legs, it's just feet. Got a spider web, really fun.
Is Graveyard School going down the drain?
Number 11, April Ghoul's Day. Number 12, Scream Team. It's a soccer team of these really creepy looking dudes. Skeletal looking, kind of. And finally, number 15, perfect for Christmas time, The Fright Before Christmas.
Have yourself a scary little Christmas,
Says the back of the book. I love the taglines of these. Next up, I found 8 Shivers books to add to my Shivers collection. I already had 12, so now I have a lot more. Now I have about 20. Woo! So excited. Now, I've only read, I think, 1 Shivers book so far, but I hope to complete my collection eventually. I'm very excited to have more and to fill in some more gaps. All right, first up, number 4. So what is consistent in these, by the way, as you could see the sign at the top with this vulture-looking bird. Not sure if it's a vulture or not, or just a creepy bird. But yes, and then the font is different in terms of the font color, and the colors on the spines are different, but there are some consistent images on each book cover of the series. This is by M.D. Spencer, and this one is The Animal Rebellion. You can see some blood here and a skull in the blood. Look at this cute little chick. How could this hurt anybody? No! Don't hurt him!
wild horses, dive-bombing roosters, rowdy rats. Which one will get you first?
Number 7, The Awful Apple Orchard.
Have some tasty, ghostly apples.
The back of the book says. Number 8, Terror on Troll Mountain. Here's what the side looks like. See? This is one of my favorites in terms of the cover design. I just really love this for some reason. It's got like a creepy face and this ghostly looking lantern. This is number 12, and it is The Secret of Fern Island. Next up, number 13, The Spider Kingdom. I really love this cover too. This is number 16, and look at this awesome green. I love a nice lime kind of green, slime colored green. So this is the Beast Beneath the Boardwalk. We see a whole bunch of ooze and slime and some glowing green right here. Wonder what kind of beast it is. It says on the back,
"Beware of the beast beyond the blue."
Number 23, and this is a seriously creepy cover. Night of the Goat Boy, and look at this freaking demonic looking goat. Blood on its horns, blood on its teeth, red glowing eyes. This is really sinister looking for a flippin' kid's book. And the back says,
"Day of the Doomed."
And finally, number 24. I wish this residue of this sticker wasn't there. I'm not even going to try to get it off, I don't think, because someone already tried to, and it's still here. But we'll see. Look at this fantastic cover with a hand coming out of the ground in front of a grave. I love covers like that. So this says, The Ghosts of Devil's Marsh. And the back says,
"Big ghouls don't cry."
So I'm intrigued by this. I love the cover. Once again, look at this. Wonderful looking hand. If only this wasn't here. We'll see if I want to attempt to remove it or not. I'm scared. Next up, I found some stuff by R.L. Stine. Speaking of Goosebumps and Goosebumps knockoffs, I found some of the real deal. So here, I didn't already have this. This is more Tales to Give You Goosebumps, special edition number 2. It's the only one of these special editions I have, I believe. And I love it because we've got these skeletons around a campfire. Reader beware, you're in for 10 summertime scares. I should have read this month during August. It would have been perfect for summertime. So 10 spooky stories. Look, one more time. Fantastic. I also found a Ghosts of Fear Street book. I found this one, which is The Bugman Lives. And this is number 10. I don't own a whole bunch of these. Next up, just some random middle grade horror books, little collections and such. This is Spook House. And this guy's definitely creepy looking. He's hitchhiking, it looks like.
"Going my way."
Next up, Spooky Tales to chill your spine. I just like the way this looked. It's very short, and I would definitely like to read it. So it says,
"Could a peaceful vacation in the mountains turn into a nightmare? What's lurking in the basement of an old home? Is something alive and hiding in one of your video games? Beware, these chilling stories may keep you reading long past bedtime."
just something short and fun. Next up, Haunted Campers, True Ghost Stories. And I also got The Haunted Graveyard and Other True Ghost Stories. Alan Zulo is the author of both. I really like the covers of both as well. These are the only 2 of these books that I have. And I am big into Irish stuff. In fact, next year in March, in honor of St. Paddy's Day, I'm going to be doing an Irish-themed reading vlog. So I'm going to be reading lots of Irish-themed horror, either set in Ireland or horror books that have Irish monsters or something of that nature, Irish myths, whatever. It's going to be thematic. And so in honor of that, and in planning for that, I found this at the bookstore, Gruesome Irish Tales for Children. And this is by Eddie, Lenihan. The cover's not like fantastic or anything mind-blowing, but I just wanted it because of the subject matter. And I was like, hell yeah. And by the way, it is signed. So I had no idea until I just literally looked inside. Alright guys, and moving away from horror a little bit, I do want to share with you guys some Star Trek TNG middle grade books. I actually already had 2 of these. I thought it was 3. 2 of these already. I had number 3 and number 1. So I found more in the series, so I found number 2. So now I have the first 3 books. And this is Star Trek The Next Generation, Starfleet Academy, Line of Fire. And we see a young Worf here. This one's by Peter David. Different authors wrote different books in the series. So sorry that this is not horror, but I am a big TNG fan, so heck yeah, I had to snag these. Then I found number 5, Atlantis Station. And here we can see Geordi. He looks kind of old, though. He doesn't look that young there. We see some young officers, or, you know, officers in training, I should say. And it says, Geordi's in deep trouble, because we could see it's underwater here. This is what the side looks like. Next up, we have number 8, and this story features a young Picard. It says, young Jean-Luc Picard faces his most difficult test. So I'm guessing this is young Picard. He has hair, so I don't know. It's hard to tell. Number 9, Nova Command, and this one also features Captain Picard. It says Cadet Picard's first space mission could be his last. Looks so shocked there. Then I was extra excited to find this one because it has, you know, a haunted theme to it, it seems like. This is number 13, which is appropriate that it has a haunting theme, because, you know, 13, ooh, spooky. I love the number 13. I think it's lucky, not spooky. But anyway, The Haunted Starship, and this story features Geordi. Let's take a look at the cover real fast. Geordi does not look like a cadet here. He looks like a full-blown adult, so I don't know. Whatever. That's just my opinion. Cadet Geordi sees a ghost. Love it. So happy to have found more of these, and I'm going to continue to be on the hunt for them, because as of now I have 1, 2, 3, and the ones I just showed you, 5, 8, 9, and 13. So here's all the Goosebumps knockoff books, the spines all in a row. Look how cool. Different concepts for the spines, I like that. And looking at the different covers of each, all similar but unique and in different ways at the same time. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me and let me show you my goodies that I picked up. I love old school middle grade, but I also like, you know, new middle grade as well, because I feel like middle grade horror is a perfect way to break up adult horror. When you're reading some of these horror books, they can be quite heavy, whether it's vintage or new, it doesn't matter. Either way, a lot of times they can be pretty heavy reads. And so by picking up an old school or a new middle grade horror book, it's definitely going to be light, but still thematic and still a good time overall usually. And sometimes it's an interesting story. You know, not all middle grade reads are amazing. Like some of these that I've read, like the Shivers book I read was not my favorite. Can't remember which Shivers book I checked out, but it was last summer. But it was still an easy read, so regardless of me not thinking it was the greatest book ever, it was still fun and quick, and that's what you need sometimes in between other things. Alright guys, before I leave, comment below, do you collect any of these old school series? If so, which series do you collect? Have you read any specifically? Because I'd love to know that as well. Any of the books I showed, did you like any particular cover? Let me know, shout out below, because you guys know I love hearing your opinions. It always makes things so much better when it's about more than just me, in my opinion. Alright guys, but for this time, that is it for me. Till next time, you guys know what you can do. Keep on killing it. Bye guys.